Okay, so I am what my problem is, and nobody seems to really um, care because then the problem's going to continue. Is that I'm responding to the fact that the media is calling these um, refugees or asylum seekers as illegals. I mean, they keep referring to them as illegals. They show them in camps and stuff and calling them illegals and undocumented. That's really what I'm referring to. And my whole thing, digital marketing, advertising, advertising operations, stuff like that, is really addressing. Sometimes I address, like, I talk about Jim Carrey, I talk about Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. I'm really not. I'm talking about the media, right? Um, are they refugees? Like, you house them in camps, and then you got, like, I guess, police monitoring them and stuff. Are they really illegals? So I wish if they were refugees, people would pay them the right respects and call them refugees. But so long as they're called illegals, I'm going to treat them like illegals. Like, you know, um, what's that Mexican gang? I'm going to treat them all as illegals, like undocumented wartime spies. You know what I mean? Like, if they're refugees, please call them refugees. Or and then there's a social worker, there's an immigration officer, and there's a policeman there. And they got a place to stay in a camp or something. If they're refugees, call them refugees. If you're gonna call them illegals, I'll take your word for it, right? Your Reuters, your New York Times, your Washington Post, Toronto Star. I'm gonna take your fucking word for it, all right? You build your fortune on that. I'm gonna take your word for it, right? You call them undocumented illegals. I'm gonna treat them as undocumented illegals, all right? Treat them as, you call them refugees. I'll treat them as refugees, okay? So yeah, when I talk about you, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the press, right? And you got a bachelor's degree, maybe even more, right? You want some national awards, and you call them illegals, undocumented, working in sweatshops or sex traffic. I'm gonna take your word for it, all right? All right. So these illegal, undocumented people, all right, which is a pool for many things, right? It's not just a pool for DECA. It's a pool for sex trafficking. It's a pool for gangs and cocaine and all that stuff. It's not just a pool for DECA, right? They're illegal, undocumented. Um, it's not part of any party policy that you went to the polls, you went to vote. When our federal government, the liberals, went to the polls, they promised, like, the environment, right? They promised elder care, right? They promised more like housing. They promised like they made a string of promises, none of which was to use, right, for illegal, undocumented, right? And if this is their version of aid, and they're giving aid to illegal, undocumented in other countries, I can see why other countries hate Canada so much. Okay? If this is their version of humanitarian aid, giving money to undocumented illegals in other countries as well, I can see where the fucking problem is. All right? You're looking at me, my family, my mom, my dad, my sister. We came from undocumented illegal family. You guys are ignorant as shit, and I have no fucking respect for this country. I want to get the fuck out of here for political, ideological, and personal fucking reasons. You just told me I am a fucking scumbag. You guys can go to fucking hell, every single last one of you. Boom to boom. No one greater. Boom. Even your fucking God can go to fucking hell. Fuck you all.